Hello my lovelies. I thought I would do a video of rating Initio fragrances from worst to best because I've got quite a few of them. I've got 11 out of around 22 that they've got, but that is including their hair perfumes. So I've got majority of the line. So obviously I'm a bit biased. I love Initio fragrances. There's only one fragrance from the whole collection that I would never wear and I don't like, and it's the Magnetic Blend one. That is very animalic, and it reminds me when I smelled ambergris, because you can't use it anyway, but I smelled like raw ambergris and it made me want to throw up a little bit. So it's similar to that. It smells kind of pooey, I would say. So that is really something that I would never wear. So sorry Initio, but that fragrance is just too much for me. But all the other ones pretty much I do find that they smell attractive and they've got a certain vibe about them, and they've got this sexy vibe, I would say, most of the fragrances. This is the Narcotic Delight. It's at the bottom of this list, just because I find that I don't grab this enough. It's a gorgeous fragrance, but with many other in this list, I find that they are a bit more wearable. This is a lovely, like, rummy, cherry, leathery scent, but it's quite dry. It's not syrupy. It's kind of woody and dry, which I find that is like one of those things that I wish it was more syrupy and dark and dense, and I think this would be much more wearable. Like, I would grab it more, but I still love it. I still have got it in my collection. I love that cherry in here. It's a delicious fragrance. Some people say that it's similar to Side Effect. I don't find that it is that similar. I find it quite different. So do with that what you will. It's a very unisex scent. Most of them are really unisex, like anybody could wear them. My husband also wears them quite a lot. But yeah, this is a wonderful scent, but it's at the bottom of this list. Next up is a fragrance that is perhaps like the best seller for the brand, maybe, and it's at the bottom of this list because maybe it's a bit too popular from Initio for me, but it is Oud For Greatness. This fragrance made me fall in love with ouds. I didn't like ouds before trying this, and this is like a gateway to oud fragrances for me, and I guess for many people, because it's a very woody oud. It's a very approachable, it's very transparent, it's not too animalic. This is a powerhouse of a fragrance. Most of these are very strong and very projecting, so this is what you get with their scents, which is also why I love Initio, because you pay the money but you get a beautiful bottle, and you also get very long lasting and projecting scent. This is just a very spicy, oudy, dry scent. It also, I can smell some like a redness at the top, like berries or something. It's a fragrance that is very sexy. To me, it leans masculine, so I would love to smell it on a man more than myself, but I do wear it occasionally. But this fragrance is more worn by my husband, but I really like it. I think it's just too much for my everyday life because I don't live in a major city, like I don't live in the central, and I think this fragrance is perfect for somebody going out, having this really rich social life. Bars, you need that powerhouse of a fragrance to be smelled. This is a fun time. I just don't have that lifestyle anymore, so that's why it was worn a little bit more, and now it's not, but still I would recommend it if you are that person that I'm describing. I think it would fit you perfectly. Next up, we're getting to the better and better fragrances. We've got Oud For Happiness. This, I'm sad it's so low down on this list because I honestly wear it quite a lot. I love it. I find it much more wearable than Oud For Greatness. This, when it first came out, I think it got a bit of hate, but I usually just don't read like what other people say about fragrances. I just make my own opinion, and I absolutely love it. I get compliments for this all the time when I wear it, from like a train conductor to in a coffee shop. This is a powerhouse of a fragrance. It smells very niche. It's this green, spicy, almost like a cannabis slightly scent. Also, I get some tea notes in here, which is definitely something that is not listed, but I get this aromatic dry black tea sort of a scent. It's such a unique, fun, happy, spicy scent. Very unique, leaning masculine, but I love wearing masculine fragrances. And I would say that if you have heard bad things about it and you have never tried it, try it out, because this fragrance is so much better than they say. Next up, we've got a fragrance that's very good again. And yeah, from now on, I'm just going to say, like, this is worst, but it's really amazing. This is Psychedelic Love from Initio, and it's the scent that smells naughty. This is the most, I think, naughty scent from them. Literally makes me a bit like shy and blush when I smell it. And not many scents have got that effect. It smells latexy. Yes, it does smell like that for whatever reason. Oh, it's so dark, moody. It smells like a dungeon, latexy, very sexy, very dark, mysterious, sweet, but also plasticky with that vanilla sweetness. It's a very odd scent, but it works in this. This is a fragrance that you would wear definitely like going out somewhere like sexual, I don't know. This is a fragrance that is very fun, very different, niche, and I love it. Next up, we've got a fragrance that is called Atomic Rose, and this I put a bit higher than Psychedelic Love just because it's a bit more wearable. And what I mean by that, it's I like to get the wear out of my fragrances. I also like to have really fun, spontaneous, quirky fragrances, but realistically, if you're watching this video, you probably want a fragrance that you wear all the time. Also, so I thought about you also by making this list. And this fragrance, Atomic Rose, it's a beautiful rose. Think Delina from Parfum de Marly, but a bit more dark, a bit more sweet and syrupy. And this is a fragrance that leans feminine, but I have had comments from men also saying that they love wearing this and they get compliments. And also recently Snoop Dogg said, didn't he, that he wears Delina from Parfum de Marly.
Last but not least, I want to thank me.
You know, maybe guys are missing out not wearing a rose scent, but this is such a stunning fragrance. It's also very strong, so it can induce a headache a little bit, so just be warned. And it's also got a bit of this coffee syrupiness to it, which makes it just amazing, delicious, everything you want in a fragrance. Next up, we've got a black bottle. So they've got different lines and different bottles. This is the black bottle with the burgundy logo or talisman in the middle. It's Absolute Aphrodisiac. It is a simple vanilla, but it's so good. It's again a sexy vanilla. It's animalic. You can smell this musky animalicness in it, and it makes it not just a basic vanilla. It is a simple linear scent, but it's amazing just as a sweet treat. If you want something cozy, if you love your vanillas, if you want something that will last. This is not monstrous performance, but it still lasts a long time. And I like wearing it also with my other Initio fragrances, layering it. I do actually prefer it to their fragrances that they made for layering, because those are not as strong. But this is a lovely fragrance to wear by itself, but also with other scents. Such a good vanilla. Love it. Next up, we're going now to my top 5 fragrances from Initio, and one of them is definitely Side Effect. It is a very hyped scent, and for a very good reason. This one, I like that it's very leathery. It's rum, it's boozy. It's also, I can smell a little bit of like this cherryness in the fragrance. It's also got an amazing saffron note that makes this very spicy, but that dry spiciness, it's just amazing. It's got tobacco, leans quite masculine, but as I said, I love wearing masculine fragrances. I think women smell amazing when they wear a masculine leaning scent, and my husband also loves wearing this one, so this is that sort of a scent that anybody can wear and enjoy. This is a powerhouse. It's just a Moorish scent. It's really as good as they say. Try it out. It's totally worth the hype. Next scent, I think I'm also in the minority maybe of loving this scent, and it's Paragon from Initio. This scent, it's such an unusual scent. I would say similar to Oud For Happiness. It is that sort of a weird but wonderful scent that I think you might get loads of compliments for, but some people might be like, what is she wearing, you know? That's sort of a maybe a bit polarizing scent, but you know, you have to be a person that doesn't care what other people think about your scents, because if you love a scent, just wear it. That's what I always say. This is such a crisp, citrusy, and there isn't many fragrances like this in Initio line that are just citrusy, fresh, crisp, joyous, but also really strong. Again, I like that this smells citrusy and fresh, but also animalic and almost like a horse saddle. There's this sort of an underlaying scent that smells like this that perhaps makes it long lasting. It's such a good one. This one my husband absolutely loves, like, on me, and he always gives me compliments when I come down smelling like this. He's like, what are you wearing again? And he can never put his finger that it's this scent, because maybe it changes a little bit depending on the weather, but it is a signature worthy scent. Such a fun one. You won't smell many fragrances that smell like this. That's why it's at the top. Next up, we've got Addictive Vibration. This scent to me reminds me a little bit of Alien. So if you love your Alien but want something a bit more niche, a bit more high quality, this is like this jasmine but also honeyed jasmine that is slightly fresh but still warm and cold, kind of cold and sexy. It smells so good in the air. They also say there's like vanilla orchid in here and musk, and I do get that musky scent, but they don't list any of the white florals, but this definitely has got jasmine in here. It's such a sexy, cold, distant sort of a sexy fragrance. Love this one a lot, but I think it's because I love Alien so much, and anything that smells kind of like Alien but more of an upscale, grown up version of that scent, I absolutely adore. Now for the top two fragrances on this list. They're both from the same line and they are just amazing, just truly amazing. They were one of the first fragrances that I got, and when I wear them, I just melt. And again, it complement monsters, both of them. So if you want that, then you'll get that with both of these. Also amazing projection and longevity. The first one is Musk Therapy, the white bottle. This scent is this lovely blackcurrant, musky, angelic, clean scent. Because it's in the white bottles, it really smells just calm and zen, like you're going to a spa and you're just having the best time of your life. You detoxify of all the bad stuff that you have within you, and you just smell amazing, and you are very safe, calm and collected. This is that sort of a scent. It reminds me a little bit of like a black currant sort of a jam. It's a bit bitter, green, but this scent overall, it's just the musk galore. If you like your clean, musky scents, this is perfection. But then they've also added the black currant, which makes it even more just delicious, so calm. Like, I just, in smelling it, I become calm. It is incredible fragrance. And number one, and this was actually the first fragrance I ever got from Initio because I was so in love with it. I had to have it. It was one of the first like fragrances in my collection overall. It is my top fragrance. I can't speak highly enough of this. Just go and try it. It is a Rehab from Initio. I've got maybe 1/3 of the bottle left. Very sad about it. This is a spicy lavender scent that smells again like snow in the Alps. You just like stand there, everything's covered by snow, even the sound is kind of like hollow, and you just feel serene. This is that. If you are somebody who has a very stressful job and you want something that smells, just relaxes you, de-stresses you, literally this scent de-stresses me, and it is not something that I say, it actually does, and scent is very powerful. So if you want something like this, try Rehab. It is kind of similar to Spice Bomb from Viktor and Rolf, which is one of my favorite fragrances also from the designer. So this is much more of an elevated, high quality, very projecting fragrance. It's similar to Spice Bomb, absolutely amazing. And yeah, give this one a try. Very unisex. I wear it, my husband wears it again. But number one from this whole line. I love it. So I've got 11. I still would love to add high frequency to this list. I love it. Kind of, it's electric, it's very sexy again. Blessed Baraka, love that one as well. So as you can tell, if you're interested in Initio, you might become in trouble just like me, because all of the fragrances are very, very good, and they last and they project, and they are just unique, and you get what you pay for with these scents. Initio, if you want to send me some more fragrances, here we go. But if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to this channel. I'll link all of the ones that I talked about, so you've got the names and everything for each one of them. I will also link samples for all of these if I can find them. So if you don't have access to Initio where you live, you can get yourself samples and also sample some of them and see how you like them in your own home. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you very, very soon.